Top of the morning, it's your boy. I'm back. You see me, you see the book. So listen, let's get right down to it. This is the thing we want to talk about this morning. What we're going to talk about, not explaining. So basically what I'm going to say is this is, don't explain. So situation arise, having a light conversation. Someone says, I say, hey, you can't do this in a year. I can't see you do this, doing that. I'm like, well, I've done that in a year. They like, I don't believe you. So I took it upon myself because I'm thinking like, it's not about, I felt like, for me personally, I felt like you insulted my integrity, my credibility. Because I have no reason to lie to you. You're nobody worth lying to. Let's start there. That's just how I look at stuff and look at people. Like, what I don't have to impress you and prove none of you, but I attempted to prove myself to this person. So then, dude, I'm up this morning, get through praying, me and God doing what we do. We out walking, shining out like, okay, how we gonna grind? How we gonna, basically, we make plans for that day. Me and God, He talks to me, I talk to Him, I listen, I pay attention, ask Him for His grace and mercy, but ask Him to guide me, my mind, my hands, my eyes, my understanding, and what to do and how to show His gratitude to everything throughout the day. But then, kept being in my shot, and I when I got home, like, hey, don't explain, for real, don't explain. So I said, okay, God, and I had to realize the reason He was showing me about not explaining, because He said, make it clear. He said, you owe no man nothing but love and grace. That's it. So you explaining yourself to somebody when you know what you've done, when you know how you got there, they may not know the struggles you faced. They may not know the discipline you had, the commitments you had to make to yourself. See, that's where the thing thank you, Jesus. The thing a lot of people don't understand, they're committed to letting everybody else see them instead of being committed to let themselves see them. Y'all wasn't ready for that. They're committed to letting everybody else see them instead of being committed to let themselves see them. See, my commitment is to me, to God first, and then to myself, and then to my family. Because if I'm not committing to myself to make things happen for me, then how can I be a blessing? And their tenet or their tangent or whatever they're doing may be completely different from yours. It's not about a financial status or level or who has the most money or who does or who takes the most trips or who has the biggest car or the best home. It's about your attitude of what you do with what you have. See, I've learned to have an attitude of gratitude of what I have. So I've learned to stop explaining myself when people ask me certain things, because I have to realize, what am I telling you all this for? Because at the end of the day, they're only going to believe what their mind is capable of believing. Let me slow down and let y'all grasp that. They're only going to believe what their mind is capable of believing about you. See, when they already have a perception or a misconception or a basic idea or ideology of who you are in their mind, no matter what you tell them, no matter what you show them, no matter what you prove to them in writing, in documentation, in physical, in the tangible, where they can touch it and see it, they still ain't gonna believe it. So my premise is, don't explain. I know who I am. I know who I'm capable of. I know who I've become. I know the man that God has ordained me to be. So don't explain yourself. And that's just how I feel. I'm not going to explain myself to you. I'm going to prove myself to God, because He just studied to show that self-approval. And He said, oh, no man, nothing. So those are the things that I follow, that I comprehend, that I understand, that I work upon in my life. But me explaining something to you about me anymore, I have to stop before even if it is somebody I'm willing to explain to, before I do it, let me do this. See, when I sit back, I'm going to look at you. I'm going to look at your character. I'm going to look at your demeanor. I'm going to look at what you exude, what you exemplify towards me on a perpetual basis. That's going to determine if I even feel like trying to entertain what you ask. Think about that noise. Let that sink in. It's your boy. Peace.